Hello, welcome back to another CGB After Hours. Thank you all very much as you're watching for your support, for supporting the channel in whatever manner that is. So tonight we're going to be playing Soul White. I feel like I have to get this out of my system. Life just can't move on until I do. Get some of the volume right on this. Old school duels music. A few things make me happier. That's a little too low. There. Okay. So, if you subscribe to Merchant, he played a deck like this. I just tweaked the list. I mean, we had almost the same deck going in. I think the big differences are I still run History of Benalia and Benalish Marshall. I think he runs the Angel and Benalish Marshall, but I believe in History of Benalia. Even without that many knights in the deck to pump, I think this card is just nuts, especially with Soul Warden getting the bodies out there for Venerated Loxodon. Also, some of my numbers are built around not wanting to draw too many 1/1 lifelinkers for one when we don't have other things going on. So that's why we've got it changed up. And 22 lands to make sure we actually get to play our cards. So let's go hit that historic queue, terrorize it, get this life gain, this historic life gain out of my system. See how many Soul Warden triggers we can get this evening. And hope that it's a lot of mono red decks. Whoever we play against, historic is a fast format. We've got to put them on a clock. Hand looks fine. No Pride Mate, but the strength of the Pride might help with that. And away we go. Soul Warden. Start gaining those life points. Every life point can matter when you need to get to 30 or 35 to use some of the cards in your decks optimally. But it looks like we might be up against Esper, which could quickly be a wrath fest. Yep. Goodbye, History of Benalia. No, that can't cast Thought Erasure. Never mind. Hero of Precinct 1. I remember you. I remember you. So we could Tribunal it now, but I think we'll just go into Benalia mode. Because believe it or not, those hero tokens, they trigger the Soul Warden, which gets us to a Johnny Strength of the Pride, which means we can board wipe the opponent. Let's see what they've got on turn 2. Nothing. This is about to get messy. Let's see. No Tyrant Scorn either. Alright, see if you want to block the Soul Warden. I mean, I'll take that trade all day. The opponent could be setting me up for a sweet Wrath, of course. In which case, the Strength of the Pride is going to look pretty bad. Yep, I guess I smell a Kaya's Wrath coming. I love the old school duels music. It's nostalgia for me at this point. So, some of you noticed I had a mishap. I went through and I set a bunch of my old videos to, well, I deleted a bunch of videos I don't use anymore that I made for my business back when I had employees. I had to let my employees go earlier this year, so don't need the videos anymore. Also some coaching videos from my roller derby coaching experiences. Go ahead and charge in here. Is there a Dovin's Veto? Awkward. Maybe I wasn't supposed to play anything there and just hold up the castle, but I was talking. So anyway, a bunch of those videos I tried to delete them, but they went public instead. So I had to delete those again. Thank you so much to YouTube for that. So some of you saw that. Sorry. Maybe you enjoyed that sneak peek. I don't know. It's a little stressful for a minute there, but not a big deal. And then I also went through and made sure that all of my old duels and early arena videos were public. So some of those were blocked for a while there to prevent confusion, because I was getting a lot of comments on them about, hey, you know, these cards aren't legal anymore. And it's like, well, yeah, because rotation happened. Ooh, so close to lethal. Yeah, running into that veto is really going to cost me. Yeah, this isn't exactly how I wanted it to be. But I guess we got to clear this out. I smell a Kaya's Wrath. Or a Time Wipe. But I think getting the opponent to 1 with the castle on the battlefield is a good play. But yeah, all those old videos are available if you want to go back in time and enjoy some sweet nostalgia. Do you have another land? Yep. The Ascendant, sure. 6/6 flying lifelink for 1. And we get to hold up the castle. That's pretty great as far as the threat goes. Of course, a 1/1 flyer and a 6/6 flyer aren't too different here. Teferi. The opponent needs a plus into a Settle the Wreckage. They can still hit a land drop here, so it's on the table. Instead, they tuck the Ascendant. So now they need a Disfigure to be in the game, which I honestly think the card Disfigure is very good in Historic, and I might have to play it more often. Get him. Oh, good old Mono White versus Esper Control. Do you remember? Takes me back to March of this year, the Mythic Invitational. So yeah, historic content for the subs and the mega fans like you. Same thing with Brawl, maybe even the free-to-play stuff will make it there. Let's see. Does the opponent have a shock? I don't think so. Soul Warden it is. So skipping through there just to see if it holds priority. And, ooh. Goblin Chain Whirler, anybody? Still, if the opponent has a shock now, I'm in trouble. Let's try sending the Soul Warden. Ooh, yeah, there is. You see that stick? Opponent's trying to walk us into a mistake. If we play the Pride Mate, it will die. If we do nothing, what will happen? I mean, a Goblin Chain Whirler will probably happen if we play 2 things. We can't afford any of that, so we just say go here and make the opponent Lightning Strike the Warden if they want to. Bone Crusher Giant, that will do. Sometimes you gotta play weird, guys. Alright, let's at least try to get on the board here. Get the Pride Mate power going. Still within Lightning Strike range, unfortunately, but now we have a board that isn't completely killed by a Chain Whirler, which means we can probably have a Venerated Loxodon next turn. Let's not block anything. If the opponent has to light up the stage, okay. Shock, Steamkin. If the opponent has a mountain here, they can shock the Warden. Oh, they say go. Interesting. If I play the Vanguard, what would the opponent shock? Well, we'll definitely get a shock from them for something. Let's go ahead and go Vanguard Loxodon here. Hold back the Benelish Marshal for 1 more turn. And we have Shock Your Pride Mate into Shock Your Pride Mate? Rude. Alright, well they got it off the battlefield. Good for them. Let's fire up the elephant. So if there's one thing that you can really enjoy about the white Soul Warden deck, it's probably very hard for the mono red deck to beat. Like this card and a Johnny's Pride Mate suddenly make the mono red deck jump through a lot of hoops to get things right. And you see there, they even gave up a trigger that they didn't have to. But I guess they want another counter on the Steamkin. No need to block because we're just gaining life at an awesome rate. Alright, here's my Benelish Marshal, everybody. Let's gain this life. And yeah, let's put him on a clock. I don't think we should Tribunal here. I think I'm just fine crashing in. The opponent might have an epic turn with the Steamkin, But based on seeing 3 shocks and a light up the stage, I don't think that's the way it's going to go. I think, you know, we'll see something like this, but who knows? You might still see magic. Might see the opponent lay out their whole hand. Nope. It could be holding or saving a lightning strike. Okay. See what they got. I can go for this one. If the opponent uses the mana, though, this one gets bigger. But still, I think we want to make sure that the 4/4 is gone. And at least we force them into action, so they don't get a chance to blow us out mid-combat. And there you go. They have a Slaying Fire for the Marshal. So let's get in there. The opponent is a little bit ahead, but they are down to 7, and we're at 19. We have a flyer, and we have a 1/1 factory. Won't be good, though, if the opponent comes up with Goblin Chain Whirler, and here's the 4th shock of the game. Dang. They're feeling hot. And okay, well, this is gonna get really rough. That is not good. 6 lands. We got off to a good start. There's probably a way I could have played this better. I'm unconvinced that I know what that is, but it probably exists. Let's make a 1/1. Let's see. This thing will deal 4. If the opponent has a shock or a strike, we're just dead here. Of course, we might be anyway. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm not dead to just a burn spell. So maybe I have to try to draw a life gain effect of some kind. Let's see what they've got. Okay. That's late and weird. But the opponent's only drawn 3 lands. We've drawn way more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we just have to cast this without growing anything, which is unfortunate. But now we get this sweet life gain trigger. We could attack with you. No, the opponent would kill it with the Fervent Champion because of First Strike and Torbrand together. Life is hard. Alright, this block is easy. This block is okay. And then this is take 6, so I guess I have to block here. Jesus. What a deck. The opponent has absolutely nonsense to me this game. I mean, that's just a standard deck that they just drew about twice as hot as I did. Alright. That's annoying. I feel like white should win that matchup, and maybe I threw it away. Maybe I did. Maybe I should have slow rolled the Pride Mate even more. I guess if I play that matchup 200 more times, I'll feel good about it. Alright. Well, we'll need to draw another land and another, like a 2-drop would be ideal. 2-drop into land. Of course, our only 2-drop is Pride Mate. I'll take this, it's fine. But I was pretty sure I'd either draw a playable or land, and either way, the hand is okay. Feather. It's so weird what you see in Historic. It's like people just reminiscing, I guess, on cards they liked before, and decks they liked before. Of course, this white aggro deck isn't anything super original. We're actually in a ton of trouble if the opponent just goes Feather into Reckless Rage. We have no interaction. Yeah, we can't really take that block. Just anything grows this thing. And here you'll probably see the fail state of Serra Ascendant, where it's probably never going to be better than a 1/1 lifelinker because our opponent will always be able to get damage to us. Okay. What else you got? Arcanist, sure. Let's get the Marshal down so that these can attack. Opponent can block here, but we get the life, which is what we're after. And here's another one. Again, it's going to be really hard to get enough life, though, for this to really pay off. But the opponent has to kill some things, or next turn is going to hurt bad. And you see them clicking straight over to the Marshal, pointing to their Reckless Rage. Yep. That is awkward. This only has 2 toughness if it attacks. Although still... I guess I can't afford to block either. Because they'll just pump it again. And I don't want to put these in front of it when Benalia is about to go off. The opponent has another Reckless Rage they can get if they're willing to give this up. Let's see what they rage on. The Ascendant would be weird. There's no way I'm ever going to make it big enough. Maybe they don't like racing the lifelinker. Okay. I guess they also don't want the Ascendant to trade with the Arcanist, but a Knight would do just as mean of a job. Here we go. Very weird. Alright, well, I guess we can try to kill this. See how talented our opponent is. How much of the nut draw do they have? They flip the knights around for no reason. It's good. It's good practice. And Sheltering Light to be indestructible is okay. It doesn't hurt any of my creatures. Defiant Strike would. Down to 13. Opponent's still not done over here. And shows the nighness of the deck. And we can drop this Legion's Landing. Opponent showing also another Sheltering Light or a God's Willing. If they had Defiant Strike, we would have seen it. So, definitely a Sheltering Light or a God's Willing. Think about that before we engage in combat. Smash. Down to 3. How are you going to get out of this one? 15 to 3. And the opponent did flash back Reckless Rage. So that one's off the table unless they find another. Feather, late to the party, but you are here. Dreadhorde Arcanist can get something back. There's still at least 1 mana open. And right now, the opponent is taking 4. But if they kill the Benalish Marshal, they're taking 2. They would have to kill it with First Strike. And nope, they can't find the way out. Wonder if we lose that game on the draw. Probably. Alright. Need a bit more Soul Sister shenanigans. Well, we just need a land, and this is Hot Fire. On the draw is... Ooh. But what can you do? Kitties and elephants and knights. Best of friends. Temple of Mystery. Nothing good ever comes from a Temple of Mystery, kids. Shock yourself, say go. What you got? Simic Flash? Sure. Well, can't really hold back against them. You just gotta try to resolve stuff. Okay. I can't believe it. You go to Historic, Simic Flash. That's what somebody just can't wait to play more of. Sure. You got it. You want to counter that? How about this? You want to counter that? No? Okay. Life gain begins. Vanguard going off. Swing in. No ambush. All that to play a Wildborn Preserver. Okay. Card can definitely mess with you. Alright, so that's a Hawk. The Benalia would definitely get countered. Well, let's go for you. Opponent letting it fly. So we definitely want to make them counter something. I guess we'll go for the Benalia. We want to make them use mana. No. Okay. I don't think they have a counter then. I'm putting them on 0 counters. If they're on 0 counters, we're going right in. They might have Essence Capture, I suppose. But it doesn't feel like it. Feels like they're down to their Night Pack Ambusher shenanigans. Which, to be fair, it's going to be tough to overcome. But we're really wide and we have a ton of life. Alright, what's your big trick? Brazen Borrower. Wow. Could have bounced a token. I guess the opponent's just going to grow the Preserver here? We're up to 30 now. That means cards like the Sarah's Ascendant are online. The opponent is at 13. Wow. What are you gonna do? Get aggressive. My mind is blowing. Healer's Hawk. I guess I don't want to give them the opportunity to play the Frill Mystic first. Let's skip to combat. And everybody's going in. I ain't being shy about it. What you got? Ooh, opponent goes straight to blocks. If they're ambushing by playing a creature after, they don't get a block out of this. Dive down. Okay, that's why we're historic. The opponent wanted to know the joy that was dive down. Ooh, okay. Down to 3. Well, the elephant's coming back. Ooh, the opponent still has something to do for 2 mana. Let's test him. Hit me with that quench. Classic. I could have played around it. At this point, just make them play all their cards and then smash their face. 33 to 3. Yeah, Simic Flash in Historic. I don't think that's the place to play that deck. Mono Red and Mono White are much better, and Mono Blue for that matter, are all much better at getting under Simic Flash in Historic than they are in Standard right now. It's weird how Standard, when Throne was introduced and the rotation happened, a lot of power left the early game and moved into the mid game, but I would argue Standard's actually more powerful now. Opponent goes first. His hand is gas though. Castle Lockwine. Straight to the landing, so we can play Pridemate next turn and grow it potentially. And the opponent plays an invasion. Good. The window is still open for Pridemate Party. So I like that instead. Flipping this later shouldn't be too hard, and double Leonins can... Wow. You run Noxious Grasp. Okay. I gotcha. So let's go ahead and pass turn here. We want to keep our creature around. We don't want to trade it off with the Dreadhorde invasion token that's going to come back anyway. And we need to flip this landing. Midnight Reaper. Alright, we're gonna get to flip if we want to. You can also do busted stuff. Busted stuff's good. Let's do that instead. Hiya. Light them up. Now you might be scared of this growing army over here, but it is wearing down the opponent's life total, and I can eventually just tribunal the token and reset the whole process. Opponent with a second Noxious Grasp. I'm dying. I mean, okay. I mean, we're in the unranked queue. There's nothing to lose. They can just always re-queue if they don't get the matchup they like. Well, Midnight Reaper, what's it gonna be? Ass. Alright. Time to do mean things. Pump it. 4-4 kitties. Smash. There's nothing here I'm afraid of losing, and the opponent can draw their cards. Doesn't matter to me one bit. They'll lose life. They'll take a huge hit. They go to 11 here. They fall to 8 with their army token at 1. We'll see. Maybe they have Tendrils of Agony, cards like that were introduced. Phyrexian Arena is another good one, although I would never play it with Dreadhorde Invasion, unless you just have tons of life gain, like more than you ever need. Let's sell that mana open. They must be planning to pump this Knight. Let's just shut that plan down. Good old Conclave Tribunal, baby. I'm dying. I'm dying here, chat. Oh my god, I'm dying. Opponent is freaking clutch. Alright. Well, do I want to trade one of these? Not really. For this Motley Crew? It's not really a 2-for-1 if they just get something back with the invasion. We're in a little bit of danger. Opponent could stabilize. Oven. You don't have a cat. I mean, they played 3 Noxious Grasp against us. What were we supposed to do? Let's go ahead and make a lifelinker, so that we get the life gain effect here. But I'm okay with sitting back a while, letting the opponent's life total wear down, building our army. Go ahead, draw some cards. I would appreciate that. Down to 6. They do have the Oven to gain some life. So we may want to use the Tribunal on the token before it gets to 4. Because once it's at 4, the opponent gets 2 foods from the Oven. So we go with you. Both of these can tap. And you. What you got? In before the 4th Noxious Grasp. So they get 1 food here. Not really the way, to be honest, that I wanted to use the Tribunal. Johnny would be great off the top, being at 39 life. Up to 8. Down to 6. Down to 5 from the next token. No use of the castles here. Opponent's getting nervous. And the scoop. Must be a lot of land in that hand. Alright, give me one more. Make it saucy. So I'm going to try to build this habit of making these more often and posting them for you guys. I'm definitely going to miss a few days this week because of the holiday. I'll keep it. Optimism, that's what this hand is called. 4 lands. Jesus. What's wrong with me? But yeah, I'll definitely miss a few days this week, but my usual evening routine is to go downstairs, watch some Magic videos, and play some video games while I try to get sleepy so I can fall asleep. So, why not play my favorite game and share what happens with all of you, was my thinking for the series. And by all of you, I mean the people who have basically stepped up and given a small amount of their income to keep me around, or their Twitch Prime sub, for those of you who did it that way. So here comes the Elf Ball. This is where a Soul Warden would have been really nice, but instead we drew all land. Oh man. The party begins. I mean, if you have another elf, you play it. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if you want to activate the castle. So insane. That's good. That's a good one. What else you got? Ooh, I never had a growing rights to this version of the deck. I love it. I'd forgotten all about this card. Never worked in Ixalan. Might be a thing in Historic. And look at that. Found the Beast Whisperer, which is freaking sweet in this deck. I would not have played that this turn. I would have saved it to go with the Beast Whisperer. Alright. Well, second Pride Mate. It's going to be size versus infinite draw over here. The opponent would definitely trade here. Let's just get in this one. We're going to lose this game. I guess our opponent could flood out from here, but it seems very unlikely. If the opponent draws any creatures, they're going to go really nuts. They're going to give us a turn to draw a Conclave Tribunal. We get one turn. The opponent, by the way, can use Clan Caller to just tutor up another Clan Caller, gain basically endless lords. They don't really have good attacks, though. We could trade one Pride Mate for a Narwin. Not a bad deal. There's the Soul Warden, a little late. It's not a Conclave Tribunal. Grow, grow. Grow, grow, grow. Not enough, though. Can't really attack in. Just gotta peck away and hope the opponent bricks on these draws. We need them to miss badly. Yes. Yes. All they get is a lord. That's all they get, is a lord. Trigger, trigger. It does make the Pride Mates grow. And another one, because why not? So glad we don't have to click every single time here. That was a big improvement. Yeah, because why not? What a stupid game. And we need our opponent to brick forever and ever. Or maybe I should just throw everything in there and see what happens. I've got to see if my opponent will mess up their blocking. If they block wrong, I can make a creature at instant speed with the fort. If they block right, the game's kind of over, but I'd rather it end faster than slower. Uh-huh. They're blocking right. I hate them. I hate them so much. Sure. At least we got the Marwyn dead, but we can't get rid of the Lords, and we didn't get rid of the Beast Whisperer, which is the key card. So let's see if the opponent draws a creature. It's a land! You're telling me there's a chance? History? Sure. Why not? Our opponent's at 16. Grow the Pridemate. It's our last one, and it definitely doesn't. We don't have a sneaky thing for it. What we need is a Johnny. If we draw a Johnny and it exiles all the opponent's creatures, we can win. And that's all there is to this game now. Nothing else matters. Drawing that a Johnny before the opponent absolutely kills me. They might not be thinking that I have the ability to wipe the board. Oh no! He drew a creature. We lose. Alright, land. Yeah, life gain. Alright, we're at 35. The Johnny. Summoning a Johnny. Oh no, best draw in the deck. It's just a massive body for 2 and a redraw. It's unbeatable. Land. Come on, a Johnny. The opponent has like endless card draw. I has nothing. Okay. Venerate Loxodon's okay. We also have a flyer. Hanging in there. So let's make a token. We want to grow the lifelink tokens. We also want to grow the hawk. So you, and I don't plan to block with you, so it's fine if you're tapped. $40. Keep going. Of course, I'm sure the opponent has an Endrace Forerunners or something to blow me out massively. I hope you like math. We may have to do some. The opponent's reaching for mana. No! Everything's scary. Everything draws a million cards. Everything's huge. There's 6/5 hexproof for 2 that draw a card. It's insane. Land. Okay. Still here. The 16/16. The opponent could just stack some of these and be done with it, so we still can't even attack with our 17/17. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We don't even outnumber them very well yet. And I don't know if we ever will. So we gotta peck away. Peck away with the Hawks. Keep it going. Once upon a time. Resolve. Marwyn. Okay. Here it comes. Now the opponent has their own card that grows when they do stuff. Life gain triggers. 20/20. Come on, Johnny. For the best of Johnny ever. Oh no, Leyline. They can use all the mana to pump their things over and over. They're going to have an infinitely huge army. They still can't block flyers yet. Can they use it right now? 1, 2, 3. They can't use it right now. Does this mean I want to attack with my Pridemate? 6, 12, 22? Can outgrow that. So, yeah. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we only get 2, and I mean, so everything on the ground can be blocked, which would be a massacre. Not what we're looking for. All right, what you got? Sort of want to get as much as I can out of this primate before the opponent has the ability to just massively grow their team with the ley line. This is a lot of pumps. Looks like they're stacking up the blocks. They're gonna have to throw the Marwyn in there too if they want to make sure that he dies. You're giving me a Lord. That's interesting. Okay. All right, all those die. My board's a lot wider than theirs. That might mean we can get through here. They gave up a lot in that exchange, and they draw another land? Oh no, they're making the mana for a creature. They've got something. Whoa. It's something big. Okay. I don't know why you would tap this first. I can't explain that. Oh, because it's legendary. I see. That makes sense. Okay. Please stop. Please, no more. I mean, it might be unreasonable to expect them to just draw nothing but land forever, but if they draw like 6 creatures in a row, I can't attack them for the lethal. And here comes the pumps. Very large dorks. So 4 extra creatures get through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right now it's lethal. If they don't have anything else, I believe it's lethal. Okay. Well, we'll see if I mathed wrong. Math is for blockers, after all. We'll see if that holds up. One? Crap. But we still have the Hawks. We has Hawks, you guys. Can the opponent beat me right here, right now? It's from 67. It's possible they can just hit me for 1,000,000 with the right cards. Okay. It's another Lord. They need Well-Wisher. They need something to shut down the Flyers. Okay. Not quite done yet. And they have access to just so much mana. It's a forest. Leyline pump, sure. Here they come. I don't think they've got me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're okay. Good game. Yeah. Hawk of Truth. Bringing it home for your hero. Holy crap. Epic. Epic battles. Why did the music go out? I wonder how long that's been off, but regardless. Thank you for watching this video, this supporters only video. Thank you for your support. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Good night.